Hi guys, Peter Finch here down at the Quest Golf Academy, and we have a lesson here with Chris Berry, who many of you may know off social media as Spooky Fish. Yes, that is his name on social media. And we've had a very, very productive lesson today. Chris has some very distinctive moves within his golf swing, which he was concerned about, but didn't really understand why changing them would make a difference and what difference that they would make. We were very happy with the amount of speed that Chris was able to pick up through his swing. He was hitting the ball very, very far. We can see he had this distinctive takeaway, which won't be the subject of this lesson. But what will be the subject of this lesson was as he was moving the club away, head position was moving a long way off to the right-hand side. Now, Chris has been told before about his head position and moving it off to the right-hand side wasn't a good idea, but never explained actually that it's not his head which is moving. It's his body which is moving his head into that position. And what was happening was the spine angle was becoming over-tilted and the sternum position was moving a long way behind the ball. Now, in an attempt to get back into impact and to strike the ball cleanly, Chris was driving his hips incredibly aggressively towards the ball, which is a movement I wish, well, I could give a lot of my students, but it was in an attempt to try and get sternum position back to impact. But what was happening was the hips were leading, spine was still tilted too far behind the ball, the strikes were very, very clean, and the bad strikes were either a clean shot or a slightly heavy shot. And you can see here, because the hips were sliding so aggressively, there was also a movement towards the ball and not only towards the target. And this was leaving the shoulders quite closed at the point of impact. So the only shots that Chris could hit was a draw, really, and quite a clean strike. So there wasn't much of a ball first and turf impact. So what we got Chris doing, and it was literally within one swing, which I was so impressed about. It was pretty incredible, really, is we got Chris feeling like he was doing the complete opposite. So as he got up to the top of the swing, rather than allowing his spine to tilt back, rather than rotating away, we got Chris to feel like he was literally moving his head towards the target, so really tilting it this way, and then getting his spine angle feeling like it was about here. The feeling that Chris had was that he was putting his head on the range, pretty much. But if you have a look at this, it's quite incredible. He was just checking to see if this was really going to happen. Yeah, this is really going to happen. And the feeling and the change was absolutely magnificent. So the feeling that the head was moving left and that the spine was tilting towards the target. So straight away, sternum position now is much more centered over the ball. And if we add into this Chris's already magnificent hip drive, sternum position now moves ahead. Now this was allowing Chris to actually hit the ball, compress the ball first, and then moving into the turf. It was very, very impressive. If we have a look at the rest of the body positions here, you can see not as much spine tilt, hips still leading, hands ahead, but a really, really good strike. Then what we did, as if this wasn't enough, we started to try and then work a little bit more on the impact and stopping to get the shoulders so closed. So we had that drive, we had that slight early extension, and then a very short shoulder position. So what we got Chris doing, and this was a very good thing to communicate to you guys, is to do this all at once within the full swing would have been very difficult. So we got Chris hitting some pitches, and the feeling was literally the same backswing, so head moving towards the target, spine tilting towards the target, even though it wasn't. And then moving through, keeping the hips back, and then feeling like the whole body, upper body and lower body, was rotating open at the point of impact. And you can see here just a dramatic difference in what the upper body was doing. Much better posture, much better turn through impact. So overall, some fantastic changes there. Chris, really, really well done. We're going to have a nice solid work on this in the next few weeks and then reconvene for some more changes. But so far, so good. Fantastic. Really, really happy with everything that we've seen today. Keep it up, and we'll see you next time. Guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, like and follow the videos, and check out the description below for all our social media links.